The next question, the member for Beaches, East York.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and good morning, everyone. So the Ministry of Education asked the Toronto District School Board to submit business cases for schools that urgently need a renovation or a rebuild. The priority was for shovel-ready schools. The criteria included accommodation pressures, school consolidation, facility condition, access to French language schools. Nowhere in the list of criteria do we see the requirement for the school to be in a Conservative riding. But alas, that seems to be the main stipulation for success. Speaker, my question to the Premier, what...
Stop the clock. Stop the clock. The member will take her seat. Please take your seat. The member for Beaches East York has a right to ask a question, and I need to be able to hear what she's saying. And I'll need to hear the reply from the minister, if there's a minister going to reply. And I apologize to the member for Beaches East York. Please start the clock again. She has the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. My question to the Premier. What was your actual criteria for choosing a school in Etobicoke as a capital priorities project when other schools were higher up on the list with more dire needs?
To respond? To respond? The Premier.
Well, let's answer the question straight up. Under your government, no schools were built. Matter of fact, 600 schools were closed. We have a growing population in Etobicoke. Kids are in portables. They need a place to go to school. And I know they cut funding under education under the Liberal government. I know they cut 600 schools. I know they fired teachers. Opposed to what we're doing, we're investing over $16 billion into building new schools over the next 10 years. And since Etobicoke was ignored for 20 years under their government, they aren't being ignored anymore. They're going to be treated fairly like the rest of the province.
Hear, hear. Member for Ottawa South, come to order. I'll remind the members to make their comments through the chair. The supplementary question, back to the member for Beaches East York.
Speaker, here is the TDSB list of capital priorities projects. Number 1, Kapamachkwe, Wandering Spirit School, a step forward for truth and reconciliation in Toronto Danforth. Number 2, St. Margaret's Public School desperately needs a rebuild with a long-term care already partnering with them in Scarborough-Guildwood. Number 3, Secord Public School, the largest and oldest porta pack system and waiting for a rebuild since the Premier and I were at City Hall together. In my riding, Beaches East York. Number 4, Etobicoke Centre Elementary. Say no more. 4th on the list, but with the golden ticket of having a Conservative MPP to trump all other criteria. My question to the Premier, whether it's hospital, long-term cares or schools, why does the gravy train only stop in Conservative ridings?
To reply, the Minister of Education.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's just flabbergasting to hear this question from the Liberal Party. Honest to God, are you a revisionist that just came down to earth after cutting funding for capital, closing 600 schools, having the worst EQAO standards in Ontario history? You are lecturing this Premier on academic success and building anything? In Scarborough on Friday, in the NDP riding of Dolly Begum, I stood with our Scarborough colleagues to announce a new French elementary school for the people of Scarborough. It happened to be an NDP riding, but we don't care because we're investing in what matters to families. I've been in TDSB. I was in London with the member just sitting across.
Talk to me. And conclude your answer.
Member across from me who actually attended a capital funding announcement in her riding, if you could believe it. Mr. Speaker, we're committed
Thank you. Stop the clock. I'll remind members that they need to make their comments through the chair.